I've not been this excited for a really, really long time. Dude, I'm so pumped.
I can't wait.
No one even knows yet.
No one knows. We know.
We know.
We're the two people who know.
We know. Every once in a while, you just come up with an idea, and so many ideas end up not happening. Then every once in a while, you come up with an idea and you decide there are no more excuses for this. This is something that makes 100% sense, so you just sometimes have to make the idea happen. Oh man, I'm pumped. So I have not been excited like this for a long time because I think that this could be huge, and I'm excited to announce. Pablo, drum roll, please.
What?
Can I get a quick drum roll?
Oh yeah.
I'm starting a Patreon. Good job, good job.
Just gonna go back to work.
Good work, good work. Yes, I am really, really excited to announce that I am starting a Patreon, and I just created a whole video on this, so I don't want to necessarily create more conversation in this vlog. I'd rather just show you and cut right to the video that I just made for the Patreon, because it'll help explain it a lot more. So let's roll that video. On May 1st of 2017, I went full-time into my business 4LC Studios, and in just the 18 months that I've been doing it full-time, I've learned so much. I've been a person in my whole life that always wants to learn and improve in everything that I do, and so I've always been a person that looks to resources of how I can learn more and get better at what I do and continue to build my skill. When I went full-time into my business, it was my goal to create as much content as possible around the idea of what it looks like to run a video production business. I'm not an expert, I'm not the best of the best, and I'm not someone that's been in business for 20 years, but I'm someone who has always had a crazy passion to learn and get better in everything that I do. I wanted to create videos that I think would have been useful for me to know before I started in certain aspects, and that's what my channel has always been about. I've created tons of behind the scenes videos filming a wedding, I've done commercial shoots behind the scenes, I've filmed vlogs, I've filmed tons of tutorials, I've done tons of things that have hopefully helped in some way through your journey as well. And to my surprise, as I'm filming this video, there's almost 30,000 subscribers on this channel who have said, hey, I want to come along for the ride as well and learn in any way that I can. I've always been a person that believes if you want to learn, if you want to grow and get better in everything you do, there are always opportunities to do that. You just have to decide if that's something that you want to do. As the YouTube channel has grown, and more importantly as my business has grown, the biggest limitation I constantly have to create more and more videos is time. See, every single dollar that I raise from this Patreon is actually gonna go back to you and the content that is delivered to you. I want someone that's available to be able to film more behind the scenes, full behind the scenes of projects, whether it's weddings, commercial work, client interactions, meetings, sales pitches, whatever it is. I want to be able to document that more, and I want someone to be able to put together tons of content that is always available for you to keep learning as I'm learning in that process. It'll still always be my voice, it'll still always be my personality, it'll still always be my teaching style, however that is. The difference is someone can help me and come alongside of me to create more and more content that will hopefully be valuable for you wherever you're at in your journey as well. No matter what you donate, no matter what tier you sign up for, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you following this journey. If you're one of the people that chooses to select a tier and take your hard-earned money that goes toward creating more content, I just want to say thank you, because I create this content simply for you, and what drives me to create more and more is seeing the impact it's had on people already. And I just think that if we had more resources to make more, the value and the impact it makes could be even bigger. And I hope you believe from the bottom of my heart that that's where this money is going to. So what do you think? Does that all make sense to you? I wanted to try to make that video as short as possible, but I wanted to dive in a tiny bit more on this vlog to be able to explain kind of a little bit more of what that looks like from a perspective of someone editing my content for YouTube. If I had someone filming every single thing that happened, whether it was a wedding, a commercial shoot, a meeting, whatever it was, if I had someone filming all those, there's obviously hundreds and hundreds of hours of content that is not used because I don't use everything. I may take a 10-hour, 12-hour, 13-hour day and I'm gonna condense it into some sort of shorter form edit. Maybe it's just one piece of the ceremony, one piece of lighting in a commercial troubleshoot. Maybe it's a little snippet of a meeting, maybe it's a little snippet of this or a piece of that. Lots of different options, but here is how it's gonna work in a nutshell. Depending on how much money comes in, I might hire one person, 2 people, 3 people, as many as I possibly can, and they're all gonna be based around how I can make more videos for you. I can have a shooter that's always shooting stuff. I can have an editor that's always editing together the content to make longer form content for Patreon members and the YouTube channel. I can have someone that's really monitoring all the YouTube comments and the YouTube chat that's able to give me ideas of what you guys are talking about even more often to create more videos that are even more direct to what you're having discussions about. With Patreon only membership, it would give you the access to be able to get more content than anybody else and longer form content depending on the different tiers that you sign up for. So as an example, one of the tiers that's available on the Patreon is called an uncut behind the scenes video, and it may be something where we show a 10-minute snippet of a piece of the actual behind the scenes of a shoot on the YouTube channel, but as a Patreon member, you get the entire hour and a half or 2 hour, 3 hour uncut behind the scenes where you get a chance to hear every conversation that happened, decisions that went not the way we planned, decisions that we had to kind of rethink and try different lighting situations, and after conversations with clients figuring out what was the best method. There's also a tier there for group consulting. That one only is allowed to have 15 members a part of that, and what that would be is once a month we'd all hop on like a Google Hangout chat and we get a chance to actually chat with just a small group of people about what it means to be a filmmaker, how we can improve our craft, and you can hear from other people with their ideas. I know that where I learn the most is in a group community of people that do the same thing as me. So being able to be in a group with filmmakers and have me a part of that group, if you see value in the stuff that I provide, then perhaps I could provide even more value to you in a group. As a Patreon member, you can also have access to a behind the scenes Slack channel where we'll have non-stop conversation that is behind the scenes and not just in YouTube comments, but I'll be able to really get to know each one of you by name and be able to help in more ways than just I can in comments. There's lots of ideas, lots of new things that I think I can do with this new approach, and I hope you see this as a different approach. I hope you don't see this as another YouTuber asking for Patreon money to just build his bank account. This goes all to you. My passion, my money, my income comes from 4LC Studios, the business that I'm going to continue to build. The Patreon and the money that you give toward that allows you to see how I'm building my business so that it hopefully can help you as well. I would love for you to support it if you feel it. But here's the thing, if you don't want to, if money's tight, if you can't afford to, or if you just don't feel like it, I still appreciate you more than you can ever imagine, and I'm gonna still keep putting videos on YouTube. Just know I can provide more access with more time and more resources. So thank you so much. I cannot wait to see what this next step in the journey is gonna be.